What's up, fellas? So, of course, I'd rather be milling, but unfortunately, it's the winter and we got some snow earlier today, and it's also 12:30 at night. Anyway, I just finished up cleaning up some wiring for radiant heat. This video is to help others with Energy Kinetics System 2000. I can't find too many videos about connecting radiant heat to this boiler in the traditional sense, as most plumbers or HVAC technicians are used to installing. So my buddy Mike, myself, and Danny, both Danny and Mike you've seen in other videos if you've been watching. We did some research and some diligent testing on installing a radiant system here. So we have a mixing valve, a Taco pump. This is a 0015. Originally I had a 007 installed here and it didn't work. There's 7 loops at approximately 220 feet each. So that's about 1600, somewhere around there, give or take. And due to the head pressure, we needed a bigger pump. So when you're calculating the size of the pump, make sure you factor in the head pressure or the head loss or whatever it's called. The 007, which is normally used for many applications, it did not work in this application. So getting back to the root of this video, or the basis of it, this is an intelligent boiler control. A lot of guys aren't used to this controller. Everyone's used to the Taco controller and basically a dummy system, and that's not this. This boiler is incredibly efficient, and it comes set up with the zone valves and the manifold there for the return. That's how you buy it, as far as I know. So I'm just gonna take this off here and show you what we did. So you can see here the hot water, that's domestic hot water, zone 1 thermostat, 2, 3, 4. And if you look here, domestic hot water is that, then the lower one is thermostat 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Your common from your thermostat is this red wire on A1. And then you would just connect the white wire. You know, I'm using colors, but that's the way I know it because that's how this boiler is set up and that's how I understand it. The color really doesn't matter as long as you match it on the other end. But in this instance, red is my common, white is the control. So I connected white to my zone 1 for thermostat 1. You come over here, I don't know if you can see this, but domestic hot water is up here. It also says Z4, zone 4. Zone 4 is a priority. The labeling here does not match up to the labeling on the board. And then you go down, you have zone 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is back at the top with domestic hot water. It's a little confusing, but that's zone 4 and that is domestic hot water. Then you have 1, 2, 3, your common, which is 24 volts AC. That's why you have this screw here. That's because a lot of different circuits are going to be using that as the common. And there's some other stuff down here, but don't mess around with the, I guess that's the inducer, burner, and some other stuff. That's your circulator. Don't mess with that because that circulator in the back comes from the factory installed just the way you see it. That's a 007E, so it's a variable speed. So the way we did this was zone 1, which is here. That's my first floor heat. That is related to T1 on this side. So the thermostat calls for heat, signals it here, and then it sends the signal to here for the zone to open, the burner to turn on, and the circulators start doing its thing. So what we did, we took the signal from this zone valve, sent it to a rib relay. This is a double pole, double throw relay. I'll put that model number in the description just so you have an idea of what I used. That looks like a mess, but it's not. There's a lot of extra wires here. All these are extra. This black-white is extra. Obviously, nothing is connected to it. I'll also try to throw up on the screen a wiring diagram, but the best way I can explain it is you have 120 volts coming in to the coil, and then you have 120 volts going out to your circulator pump. All right. How do we control that? With this relay, gets a signal from this controller to close the contact to send 120 volts out to the circulator. That's all we needed to do. It should be very, very simple, and it is the way I'm explaining it. However, it looks very complicated in this, but it's not. It's very simple once you get the handle of it. You know, Energy Kinetics offers a lot of different boards and components to make this work. That's a $65 relay and some wiring and a cheapo thermostat, because this is all just testing phase. We're gonna get a wireless thermostat and not wireless, but more of a permanent thermostat installed in the next couple weeks. Anyway, you don't have to spend a whole ton of money to get radiant heating with this boiler. Everyone was very afraid to help me install this, but after the smart guys put our heads together, we were able to figure it out, and it really wasn't that complicated. Now the complicated part is getting the thermostat wire up to location and a floor sensor. Somebody forgot to install a floor sensor and a thermostat wire at location. So that's going to be the hard part. The rest of it is all done, and it's working. I do have some air in the lines. So my mixing valve is at 130 degrees, but the return is at around 100. So that tells us that there's probably air in the line. It still is heating up the space incredibly well. You know, I had it running about 3 hours, and that would last, the heat that would generate in my application, it would stay for about 12 to 15 hours, which is pretty incredible. Don't get too frustrated if nobody wants to help you with this boiler. These boilers are amazing. Love this company, love this boiler. It's super quiet, very efficient, and best part is, this is your chimney right there. It goes up and over. No actual chimney, no penetration through the roof. Pretty awesome. Anyway, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, drop a comment. Love to help, because I had no luck finding any information on YouTube on installing radiant heat with this boiler. Thanks. So the reason why this box is here is because we have 3 zones of heating, 3 zones of radiant heat. The garage is heated, and our master bedroom is as well. So I only had one 1900 box. The other one's gonna go up there. This is for the zone valve and additional rib relay. That's a temporary thermostat, just so I could tell my wife to turn it on, turn it off, because I don't have a thermostat at location yet, obviously, as you guys know. And then when I get another 1900 box. I'll land this in there. The rib relays will be here on Tuesday. I'll wire that in and so on and so forth. But it's basically just replicating what I have here. I know some people are gonna flip out because I got 120 volts in with low voltage. So you have line voltage and low voltage in the same box. At some point, they're gonna be in the same box. So I don't see what the big deal is. This is all, you know, I don't know. If it needs to be corrected, Mike will probably tell me. Hopefully he'll post a comment and let us know the right way to do this. Maybe there's another junction box that needs to go next to it so that the 120 volts will be isolated from each other. 120 volts will be isolated from the low voltage 24 volts AC. I don't know. We'll figure that part out. But looks all right for me. You know, it all works. So yeah. When you turn this off, the boiler goes off. Well, the signal goes off from the thermostat. The zones still stay open because it recirculates and dumps the residual warm water into the tank. That's how this thing stays very efficient. I know I'm probably supposed to have a mixing tank. Nothing is running through the domestic hot water tank right now. That's just doing its own thing. Maybe over the summer we'll get that done. Not sure. From your forced hot air, like that thing, your temperature is gone. With radiant, you're heating the entire surface, the floor, everything that it's touching, and that will radiate heat into your space. In the garage, the slab is 8 inches thick. So once that gets up to temperature, I mean, it'll stay warm in there for a very long time, even if the thermostat's not calling for heat. So, just my 2 cents.